hãy lắng nghe câu chuyện của các bạn đến từ lớp SK04 cùng theo dõi để nhận ra ý nghĩa của dự án này nhé. Dự án được mang tên Q&A BKU.
Coming up next, a revolutionary project. Name is STEM Q&A BKU. Please welcome SK04.
Hello. Before we begin, thank you for staying to the end. And now, good afternoon, judges, distinguished guests, and fellow students, or should I say, future engineers of Bách Khoa University. We are STEM Q&A BKU, STEM for short, and here's our some member. Văn Khoa, Phương Nam, Minh Hiếu, Quang Phước, Mai Khanh, and I'm Thanh Bình. To help you get deeper insight of our community project, we'll walk you through with 5 parts: our background and big ideas, our plan and execution, result, and finally future plan. First, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever wondered the purpose of studying subjects such as linear algebra or đại số tuyến tính? Anyone who answers gonna get a present from us. Okay, you in the stripe.
Okay, so I don't know any use of the subject linear algebra, and furthermore, I have a lot of questions about how to apply all the subjects and how to be successful in the future.
Thank you for your answer. Well, I believe the answer is also right to most of you. Unlike you, we are also inexperienced, curious, and full of questions. We feel you. Did you know up to 70% of people are working outside of their intended major? This means it could happen to anyone, even you. We students of Bách Khoa University, we need to do something to help ourselves. We need to equip strong tools in advance, and the answer is right here.
We are proud to present to you the solution, STEM Q&A BKU. Why would you care about STEM? You will be a part of an online community where people can learn and share. Everyone can contribute their knowledge, experience to the online content database, and who will benefit from it? The community. This community will be completed in 3 phases within 10 months. 1. Facebook and Sway, but hold on. What is Sway? We will tell you later. 2nd, our own website. And finally, self-customization service, so students can determine their own future. In the first 2 months, we have already completed the first phase, Facebook and Sway. And my team will tell you how we do it.
As a beginning, we will target 3 majors: civil, chemical, and mechanical engineering, as they are easier to approach with our current human resource. Our strength is the content, which consists of 4 elements: interviews, Q&As, posts, and surveys. Each week, we will organize all the questions and reach out to teachers or other sources to provide answers in the fastest and most reliable means. As you can see, STEM wants to bring you the advice and answers in the form of direct interview of experts that you might not find anywhere else. And our content on Facebook is uploaded on a daily basis with consistency, accuracy, to make sure that people get what they need when they visit and follow our page. And our target is to reach out to the community as much as possible. So you might see us going around with papers like this in our hands doing the surveys. So that was our plan. How about the execution?
So, for the content, after collecting questions from students, we contact experts for a reliable answer. So far, we have interviewed 2 experts, Professor Hoàng Nam of Civil Engineering and Professor Huỳnh Kỳ Phương Hạ of Chemical Engineering. We then divide the videos into smaller sections and spot them on STEM page. STEM doesn't just have interviews, we also collecting fun facts and videos about the major. We search for reliable online sources and send them to the followers so that they can have more ways to access the knowledge.
And in order to make the post reach as many people as possible, we spread the posting evenly throughout the day. And we collect information and organize them so that every post are related to each other to make the most efficient impact on our followers. And to the result. Until now, we've had 100,000 engagement, and most of them come from people from 18 to 24 years old. And the data on the screen shown here are the data we collected in the beginning of this week. And after 2 months of operation, until this moment, we have gained the number of 1,200 likes and about 500,000 reaches, which is a very amazing number to us. And we also received 5-star rating as well as feedback to people who find our work so useful. They said that thanks to STEM, they have a better vision about their career path, and the study of the major become easier. And one thing to be noticed that all of the data shown are all organic, which means we use absolutely no money to operate.
So what does that tell you? We are proving our community project to be interactive, man. And what we do here is impactful.
But may you wonder, what is the difference between STEM and other Q&A pages?
That's a good question. So what makes us different is we are measurable. We work with online tools, so everything we do is recorded and put on a database. We are scalable. As an online page, we can make an impact outside of Vietnam, as our product can be turned into English version to reach internationally. And last but not least, we are credible and specific with our reliable sources of information, and we know what we need to provide in our environment.
And do you remember what Nam mentioned before about Sway? So Sway is a tool for us to create our Q&A resources. And here's our product. Sway is a real-time interactive application bringing the quickest result to you. Sway has 4 sections with 3 major and 200 questions. And Sway is a multiple platform which you can use on your personal computer as well as your own smartphone. And for the user, you just have to have internet connection to get to Sway, and the whole new future is right in front of you. But don't you forget that Sway is just a baby step for us to reach to our great and awesome plan.
Yes, the next step in our plan is to create a website. A website will provide us a more structural platform for engineering students to ask questions and access learning materials. It will also give us valuable insights from all aspects to help with our multi-layer Sway design. But that's not our true goal. What we long for is self-customization. We want to tailor everything to you. We dream for you to explore your future through our unique learning advisor and develop question bank. And we would go as far as suggest for you a suitable career. Furthermore, we can make more impact by publishing our knowledge through the form of documents, DVDs, digital files with the testimonies from the professors themselves. So far, we have completed the first 3 steps in the time frame of the community project, and we plan to finish the end in the next 7 to 8 months, which also involves in asking for sponsors, creating the websites, and so on.
On our journey, we have faced difficulties, project vision, human resource, and the execution. What have we learned so far? First, we utilize technology to create sustainable impact, such as creating Sway. Second, the power of teamwork. We learn how to cooperate as a team and keep a commitment to the project. Third, we learn how to contribute deeply to the community and how to understand and measure the impact we had on the people around us. Last but not least, we learn how to strengthen the bonds between us, not just 6 people, but the whole SK04.
And before we end our presentation, I would like to ask you guys all a question. So, why are there so many professors and experts around here that you can ask about virtually anything? But each year, there are students who are still lost in the universities and don't know what to do in the future. Think about that. Well, you don't have to. Because that's what STEM's all about. STEM is a bridge between the people who are willing to share with those who are dying to learn. The impact is invaluable and our longevity is undeniable. So I urge you, please join us. Join us to make a difference. Because you can help the next STEM career generation to be more and more successful and be the one who can make the world a better place. Thank you for your attention. We are now open for your questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your presentation. Very impressive ones. I love it. And yes, I think your team emphasized the different point between your presentation, your project, in all the Q&A platform, all the measurables and the chronicles, right? So, in the first step of your project, you already selected the 3 fields of the civil engineering, chemical engineering, and
Chemical engineering.
mechanical engineering. And in the future, we have a plan to expand in all the fields.
Thank you for your question. That is exactly what we are planning to do. Because with our current human resource and the time frame of the community project, we are only capable of reaching out to the 3 areas. But we do plan to expand more into more majors. We will start with in this Taiwan University. Thank you.
Well, I like your professional presentation, and also like the purpose and the meaning of the project. It's very helpful. Because not a lot of people, especially students at this university, know really about the field that they learn, right? The STEM, so that's a good one. But the question is, now I know that you kind of create kind of interface, right? And also the kind of question about the STEM, right? And also trying to get the professor to answer the question also, that is me. But then, with only your group 6 students, right? How can you expand the project?
So, we would like to know that, first of all, we are working with online tools. And so our limit is not destination. So, to expand this, the first thing that we need to overcome is our human resource to manage the content and create it. And furthermore, the internalization of this community project is huge. And we can, because the content and the knowledge of STEM career is transferable, so that we can transfer our content, which is mainly right now, based on Vietnamese, change it into English, and we can attack multiple community. Furthermore, the really next step is we want to expand right here in OISP with the international students of OISP. That is how we expand our community project.
No, yes, it's okay, it's good. But then the key thing is that why do you think about, let the community contribute that part? For example, some people will raise a question, the other might also answer the question, and your job is to verify it. Instead of trying to do it all by yourself, or even double the number of your memory, right? Still, the question, the issue about STEM is still thinking about, how to let the community helping you. Think about Wiki, for example. Wiki is an interface, right? So that the community themselves can contribute to the topic. And that's we can, easily expand. What do you think about it?
Thank you for your advice. That was very good advice.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.